Hey, what's going on, guys? Skogey here, back with a brand new video for you all today. Today we're doing another monthly wrap-up thing. Did one last month in January. It really didn't get any views. I think got like 2 or 3, which is fine. I don't do this to get views, but I still want to continue doing this and see if maybe after a few more tries it'll stick, because I am confident in the format, even if it is not panning out like I maybe thought it would. Yeah, it has 3 views. But anyway, this is February 2022 wrap-up scores. Remember, these are going to be songs that I reacted to on the channel in February, not necessarily what I heard in February or what came out in February. It's the videos that went up. So I actually reacted to a lot of these songs a while ago. I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but I do have the list of songs here. There was 4 songs that came out in February, because obviously February is a short month. I can't get that 5th or 6th song reaction out. I am actually going to add 1 song on the front, 1 album EP really on the front of this, just because I had something that I really felt like I needed to say about it. That being said, I don't remember the name of the album. I only remember the name of the song, so let me find the name of the rest of the album. The Darkest Night, that's what it's called. I listened to it 4 or 5 times probably the whole way through. It's only 25 minutes. It was good. Let me start there. I'm a huge 6 Seconds fan. I've reacted to some of his stuff on the channel before, I'm pretty sure. If I haven't, I've definitely meant to, but I've listened to his stuff for a long time now. He's awesome. He does a lot of kind of punchline rapping, very New York. I am a huge fan of the style. It sounded like on this whole EP, he was trying to develop himself a little bit more. He was trying to not be just a punchline guy. He was going more into hooks and weird flows, and I do appreciate that, but I think he really missed the mark on a lot of it. On Reminder, which is the standout song in my opinion, I think it's the best song on there, that and The God 2, they were good. They were really good, but on both times he had some of his best bars to date right next to some of his worst bars today and most awkward flows today, and it just wasn't, I don't know, like combed through and polished enough as I wish it was. That being said, it's been forever since he's put stuff out, so it's really a lose-lose for him. He couldn't take any more time to develop what he was doing. He can't keep putting out the same exact stuff. It's disappointing that he's not getting better faster, I guess, because I root for him. I want to see him do better, but this EP was just not really it. I did want to talk about it because I am such a huge fan. I want to see more. I want people to check it out despite that, because it's cool. You can see the raw talent in the songs, even if they don't maybe come out the best, but I really like it. I would give Reminder a 5 out of 10, and the rest of the album is about that. So that was not technically part of the lineup of songs, because I usually do from worst to best in these videos, but it did happen to be ranked the worst. I really liked all the other songs that I listened to this month. I listened to 3 more songs on the BROCKHAMPTON album, Bankroll, The Light, and Windows. And then I listened to the Chit Chat song by Token, which makes me sound really old when I say the Chit Chat song. I can't believe it just came out like that, but whatever. I listened to Chit Chat. So those are the 4 songs. I'm going to start with my least favorite song of the 4 of those, and it was Bankroll. It wasn't there for me. There was a lot of hype building up to it. We had heard parts of Bankroll in snippets and whatever before the song came out, and everybody was super excited for the ASAP BROCKHAMPTON collab with the whole big group coming together, and then it ended up just being Rocky and Ferg, which is still cool. I wish there was more of the rest of ASAP on there and it was more of a rap, and they were so underutilized. I wanted a big intense Rocky verse to ramp up to a hard-hitting moment, instead of what we got was just kind of Merlin moseying through a verse, and it was cool, don't get me wrong, I liked Merlin's verse, but there was so much potential in that song, and it just kind of flattened out. I don't know. Anyway, I still like it. It was very catchy. I still play it in my playlist regularly, but overall, I gave Bankroll a 6 out of 10. It wasn't really there. Now, the next song, and I hate to do this because this song, again, could have been so much more. I don't know what it was. I'll just say it. Windows, Brockhampton with So Gone So Flexi. I don't know what problem Brockhampton had on this album, but they could not execute on amazing premises. They had so many great premises and just failed to get all the way through them. Flexi's first intro verse there is one of the best verses on the album. It's super strong, followed right behind that by one of Merlin's best verses on the album. And like it just keeps going. Matt and Dom both kill it, have some of their best verses too, and you expect from there, oh, okay, this is easily probably one of the best songs on the album. How could it go wrong from here? And then you get a very odd, kind of bad Joba verse. Might be the worst Joba verse I know of. Honestly, I can't think of one that's worse. And then there's a long, dull silence and weird, like, sounds like somebody's poking through a back alley or something. And then a little bareface refrain. And I like the bareface refrain, but I don't like waiting a minute and a half to get to it. I almost always end up skipping it. If this song could have just been trimmed down a little bit better, it made sense in the context of the album, don't get me wrong, but outside of the album, it's so out of place and weird when it could have been the big Brockhampton posse cut great song that we wanted. It's like, I have to dock it a couple points for that. And it's so frustrating because it starts off 10 out of 10 through the first like 4 verses. How do you drop the ball after hitting it out of the park for 4 verses? Anyway, 7 out of 10 for Windows. After that, Token gets on the board. Chit Chat. This is just another single from Token before the album. I still haven't listened to the album. I promise I'm gonna get to it, but I want to save some of it, react to some of it, so I just haven't gotten around to it. It really shows he's still growing as an artist, and in a different way than I was talking about on the last 2 songs. IOD and Dentures last month, I was talking about how he's trying to develop himself, kind of like I was talking about with 6 Seconds. Chit Chat isn't like that. It sticks to the same exact formula he's always done. The biggest difference is he never comes off dorky or weird. He's just legitimately becoming a cooler person with the money and success and whatever, and every fucking line in this song is easy steezy, wonderfully delivered. And like, yeah, that's just how it is. That's just who I am. And that's exactly what he needs to keep doing. If the rest of the album sounds like Chit Chat, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong, I want to hear him develop, but it's really cool to see him just, you know, do it like he's not thinking. That shows a different kind of skill, that he can just shit out something Chit Chat. 7.5 out of 10. Alright. And finally, my favorite song from this month, The Light. This song is hard to listen to. It's one of the most raw verses I've heard ever. Definitely the most raw verse in recent memory, though. And Joba is just in rare form doing one of the most artistic, meaningful verses I've ever heard. He vividly describes his experience with his father's suicide, and he has this whole scheme about seeing the skull fragments on the ceiling, and it's hard for me to talk about, honestly. I actually lost my own father to suicide, and hearing his experience with it is just, it's impactful in a way that I can't fully wrap my head around and describe. I absolutely love and respect what he's done just really bleeding his heart out onto this page and putting it all into the song like that. You couldn't have done that any better. You just couldn't have. My only problem with this song is that you get that from Joba, you're moved in, then the stakes seem to drop. You go to Kevin's verse, and he's talking about things that are obviously very important and impactful and meaningful, but when you put them next to what Joba's going through on the first verse, they still seem kind of menial, even though they aren't. They totally aren't. I don't know what the word is, but those two things there counteracting each other is very odd for me, and it keeps me from, giving it that perfect score. But then again, you can't put Kevin first and then Joba. I think then you lose a little bit of that impactfulness right off the bat. You can't just cut Kevin off because the song's not long enough then. I'd be wanting more. And I think you can do a lot more with this verse. And this instrumental is fucking amazing. It's one of the best instrumentals I've ever heard. That guitar in the background is beautiful. I don't know what I want from it, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to give my criticism. It's like, I don't know what you could have done with it, but I still have that problem with, like I said, the stakes kind of dropping. So that's what it is. I gave The Light an 8 out of 10. There's still better songs on that album now that I've heard it. You're gonna get those reviews at some point, so I don't want to spoil anything or whatever, but there's still more from that Brockhampton album. I need to leave some room to go up, so that's what I'm pretty much doing there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys thought about any of these songs. Check out all these songs if you haven't, because they're all great. Check out my videos, and let me know what other songs I should react to next, talk about next. I'm taking a whole big Google Doc and figuring that shit out, so hopefully there will be some specific viewer requests on the channel very, very soon. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.